This is Finn from Cloud9.
Recording in progress.
We'll accept questions in English and in Korean. If the question is asked in English, no need for translation. But if there are Korean media who want to ask a question, we have Jason standing by for translation. So please use the Zoom hand raise feature to queue yourself in line. Eugene, upcomer.
Hi, Zven. First and foremost, congratulations on your victory against the Detonation FocusMe. Usually I ask about the game, but I really want to ask you about Misfortune, because Misfortune has been picked, I think, in every single game today. So I just want to get your thoughts a little bit about the pick. And do you think she's only strong with Amumu, or do you think we'll be seeing her throughout the whole tournament? What makes her so strong at the moment?
I think Amumu makes it much better, but it's also really fine with Leona, Rakan, anything that has CC. It's meta now because they nerfed Aphelios, they nerfed Varus, they nerfed Kalista, and they nerfed Kai'Sa and Tristan before that, they nerfed Halo Blades. All the things that MF doesn't use have been nerfed, so she naturally just rose to priority because of, you know, all things getting nerfed a little bit. That's all why she's so played. And I think Amumu becoming a support champ and becoming more stronger as well made her, you know, that season 1 mobile combo, the Curse of Sad Bullet Time, whatever they call it, is now a real thing again. So that's why MF is so popular as a pick. And I also think that she's a very easy champ to play. So you will see a lot of teams in play-ins played, whereas in the main stage, it might not be played that much. So yeah, also for me, it's a comfort pick. I like playing MF. I have a really good record on it, and I feel very comfortable playing it. And my teammates like playing with it. So it's a good pick for us.
That's why I asked you. Thank you so much for your answer.
Yeah, no problem.
Benjamin Dexerto.
Hey man, congratulations on the win. Plain and simple, was this a revenge game for MSI?
I think we already had revenge against DFM and a second game against them at MSI, but this feels good because this was the first game of the tournament. Last time we played against them at the first game against them at MSI, we lost. And I felt like we were better than them as a team. So now it feels good to beat them in the first game of the tournament. Feels very nice.
Thank you very much.
Eduardo.
Hi, Sven. Congratulations again for winning the game. Some predictions say that DFM is expected to achieve better position than Cloud9. What's your opinion about that, and especially after that victory?
I mean, I'm not sure what their reason is behind that, but if they have something to say about it besides just that, then you know, I'm open to hearing about it. But I think that we're better than DFM. I think that was shown at MSI already. I don't think that we have to show it again. We already won against them, and I think the game speaks for itself. So, yeah.
혹시 인벤이나 신현재 기자님이나 이한빛 기자님 질문 있으신가요? 질문 없으시면은 그냥 진행하고 한국 통역사 가야 된다 그래서요. 아, 네네. 채팅으로 입력해 주세요. 네, 인벤 신현재 기자님 질문입니다. 비조가 서로 박빙이라는 평가가 있는데요. 메이저 지역 입장에서는 자존심이 상할 만도 한데 혹시 비조에서 본선에 진출할 두 팀을 예상해 보자면 어떨까요?
So a lot of people actually say Group B is very well evenly matched, and which could be not an ideal comment for a team who came from a major region. So who do you think will make it out of the plains in Group B?
I don't think that we're making out Group B as a first place team. That's our goal at the very least. I think we're lucky to dodge both Hammerlife and LNG. They're, in my opinion, the two best teams in the plans, and I think that we should be grateful to be not in their group. But I do think that we're better than the rest of the teams in our group, and I do think that DFM is one of the better teams, and I think that Beyond Gaming losing to GS was not something that most people thought would happen. So I feel very confident in our ability to make it out as the first place team in plans.
네, 이제 사실은 1위가 1위 할 수 있을 것 같다고 생각하면서 1위가 목표라고 하는데요. 왜냐하면 사실은 플레인에 있는 모든 팀 중에 하나 생명 e스포츠와 LNG가 가장 강하다고 생각을 했는데 그 두 팀을 모두 피하는 조에 편성돼서 아주 다행이면서 고맙게 생각하고 있다고 합니다. 그리고 그 두 팀을 제외한 나머지 팀을 비교하면 우리 팀이 가장 강하다고 생각을 하면 우리 조에 있어서는 아마 DFM이 다음으로 강한 것 같은데 또 이번에 그 BYG가 GS 상대로 패배한 것을 보니까 조금 더 마음이 편해졌고 확실히 1위로 그룹 스테이지 진출할 수 있을 것 같다고 합니다.
Thanks, Jisun. You're free to go. The rest of the questions are in English.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alejandro.
Hello. I want to know what is your opinion around the current Worlds meta now that we have seen every single playing team play on a stage, and we have seen a couple of surprise picks as well.
Can you say that again? Sorry, the question.
What is your opinion about the Worlds meta now that we have seen every team player?
I think there's a lot of champs that have come up recently, like Tryndamere, and counters to it, like the Gragas we saw earlier. And I think that AD carry pool has been changed a lot. MF has been a very high priority pick this tournament so far, in the first day at least. And it's because, like I mentioned earlier, that Aphelios, Varus, Kalista have been nerfed. Before that, Tristana and Kai'Sa got nerfed. So a lot of things got nerfed. And I think that this tournament we'll see a lot of MF and Lucian in play-ins at least. I think at some point it will change. People will figure out how to play against it. But for now, MF and Lucian will be played ball in a lot of games. I think it will be picked up in almost every game. I think that besides those champions like Tryndamere and then the ball in stuff and the Mumu, there isn't that much difference. Honestly, Lee Sin is still in every single game, probably. Jungle meta has been a bit more assassin focused with Talon, Kiana, possibly Zed coming in. But I do think that the old school champs, Lee Sin, Xin Zhao, will still be played. So a little bit different in a few champions, a few roles, but for now, not too much crazy stuff is happening.
Leo.
Hi, Sven. I wanted to ask you about your ambition for the tournament, because as you just said, like, we are expecting to make it out of playing, but if you make it out of playing, will you be happy, or are you like aiming for going further in the tournament?
I definitely want to make it out plans, first of all, as first place. That's important to us. And then I want to I think that it's a common conception that making out groups, the main stage, is what matters at Worlds. I don't think it is. Sometimes you get an easy group, you go 3-3 or 4-2, and you go to quarterfinals and get 3-0 by the first good team you play against, right? But if you're in a good group with good teams and you put a good fight, that's the same thing as beating up bad teams and going to quarterfinals and getting 3-0, right? So it isn't so important to make it out groups or not. It's more about the performance you show up with, right, in your group stage. And if we get a really hard group, which we probably will, right, then I'm okay with, not making it out of groups as long as we play well. If we get 6-0 and we play like shit every game, then that's not okay. So I think a common Western thing, like I said, is thinking that making out groups is good and not is bad. And it's not that simple to me, at least.
Eugene.
Oh, hi again. I just want to ask you, because you're a very well-traveled player, right? You've been to many, many international events. So with the world's meta being so weird per se in scrims especially, I just want to get your thoughts on which 2v2 lane have you had the most difficult time facing, and which 2v2 lane do you want to meet in the future?
Do you mean the players or champions?
Players, sorry.
We scrimmed against EG once, and it was an eye-opening experience. We didn't win a single game. Their ball lane is very good, their ADC especially, so that was a nice experience. I think it was good to practice against those teams, and I think at Worlds, there's a lot of champions in ball lane that are very skilled, such as Lucian Nami. It's hard to play it perfectly, and there's champions such as Ezreal, high skill champion, and MF is the opposite. It's very low skill and easy to play, but played very well, it can be hard. But overall, I would say EG's ball lane, the ADC at least, is the best player of the ball I played against so far. I was playing against all the EU ball lanes, all the NA ball lanes. I think that, overall, the best ball lane I played against so far is definitely EDG's ball lane. But I haven't played against all the Korean teams, or any of them for that matter. And I haven't played against the other LPL teams yet, so hard to say, right?
Mm-hmm. Best of luck if you do meet them.
Thank you.
Last question, Vitor.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. So hi, Sven. My name is Vitor Ventura. I'm from Mais Esportes Brazil. So Sven, correct me if I'm wrong, but the last time you played Worlds, it was in 2017 with G2, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you have already played on international stage with Cloud9 since you played this year's MSI. But how are you feeling coming back to Worlds stage since it was 4 years ago since you last played?
I'm very grateful to be back at Worlds. I can't describe how devastating it is for a player to go to Worlds every year of your career in 15, 16, 17 for me, and then not going to Worlds for 3 years in a row. It's devastating to not go. As a player who's very passionate and very competitive, I can't accept not going to Worlds. It's not good enough for me, right? At that point, especially once you made semifinals and you go to MSI finals and all that, you can't go down anymore. You can't not go to Worlds. It's not good enough for you anymore. So it feels terrible. And I think that had we not made it this year, it would have been really bad for me. My career, I would feel like maybe it is my fault that I'm not going to Worlds. And I thought that, you never know what you can start thinking when you don't make Worlds. So I'm very grateful to be here. And last year when they canceled MSI, when I was in C9 still in 2020, after we had that great spring split and then we collapsed in summer, it was like everything that could go wrong went wrong that year. And, we stomped spring split really, really well. And I think that had we gone to MSI, we would have probably lost anyways, but we would have been a much better team for Worlds, which we would qualify for if we gone to MSI. So them canceling MSI and then us not making Worlds as 4th place was really hard for me. So I'm very, very grateful to be back at Worlds.
That's great, man. Thanks a lot. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone for the questions. Sven, you're free to go. Good luck in the rest
Thank
of the
you.
tournament.
Thank you.